everybody, welcome back to my channel. As requested and as promised, I am going to be giving you a Christmas gift guide for the kids. There was a big disclaimer before this, so please turn off if there are any kids around, because I am going to get stuck in and show you what I've got for my two. I've got Ella, who's 2.5 years old, and Charlie, who's 10 months, so I've got a bit of a mixture of stuff. I'm not really going to go in any particular order. There's kind of like big toys and then like smaller stocking fillers, so I'm literally just going to go in each pile of their stuff and pick something up. I think what I'll do is do all of Ella's stuff first and then do all of Charlie's. So if you don't have any girls in your family and you also don't have any like 2.5-year-old girls, then what I'll do is I'll give you a little clip here that will just tell you when to skip to for Charlie's stuff in case you've got a baby around the same age, because there are some really good toys in there. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Let's just get stuck in because this is going to be a long one. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys prices of things if I've got it on or if I can remember, and if I don't have it there then I will link it in the description box below. But this is one of my favourite things that I've got for Ella and I'm so excited to give it to her, and it is the Kiddie Zoom Action Cam by VTech. This is $44.99, so it wasn't cheap, but it's a really good toy because I feel like it's going to last her for so long. So it says here that the age range is for 3 to 9 years, which probably is right, and it's got in here like fun effects, photo effects, and what I love most about it is it's got these huge big bumpers on the sides, so it means that if it drops it's not going to smash or anything. And it's actually got a selfie cam and also a normal cam. You can also put these pictures on the computer. It's just really good fun. She's always wanting to play with my camera, which I would just never let her do because I don't want her to break it, because then I wouldn't be able to make videos. But she's wanting her own camera, so I thought this would be absolutely perfect. It's so gorgeous. You can also get it in blue as well. I know there's this whole debate with the whole blue and pink thing, but Ella loves pink. It's her favourite colour, so I've got this one for her and I cannot wait to see her face on Christmas morning. Next up, I got this, and I actually wasn't planning on getting this until recently, only because she's just been singing all the time. She really loves the film Ballerina and she's been singing one of the songs from that film constantly, so I got this, and it is the kids singing machine. And what I love most about this is you can actually pair it up to your Spotify. So if you get Bluetooth in your phone and any songs in your phone, you can just connect it to the speaker and then they can sing along using the little microphone. And it's also good because you can record the vocals and play them back. So I think it says it's got about 3 minutes worth of recording time. It's got a wired phone, and they can also take this around with them and carry it, which is like a little kind of like speaker box. It's just really cool. This was reduced from $24.99 to $19.99, and I just think this will be so fun. Even when Charlie's a bit bigger, he'll enjoy that as well. The next one's a bit of a stocking filler, but as you guys are probably aware, if you've got little kids of your own, they tend to just copy the things that you do, and Ella always wants a little squish of my perfume, so I've always bought her these little Zara girl perfumes. This one is $6.99 and it's called Friday Forever. It just smells amazing, it's lovely, and it means you're not wasting all of your own perfume constantly on them. So yeah, nice little stocking filler there. I cannot wait for her to see this one. She's obsessed with my washing machine, as you guys know. So is Charlie as well, so this is kind of a present that both of them can play with. So it's this little washing machine, and it can open the door, you put your clothes in. This is just a little bit of like cardboard that shows you what to do, but the actual door has like water in it, so when you fill it up, the water kind of like moves and then you can spin it. I don't want to press it too loud because they're sleeping, but she is going to love that. So yeah, I think that's great, and this is a really good price. It was reduced from $18.99 to $16.99, and it is my first washing machine. They are going to love that. Now I don't know if this is actually the branded one, but I got this in Pound World, and it is like the Buzz Baby. It's in like a little bed, and it's got like a little train in the back and a helicopter, and I think that's like a wee stand, and also his little teddy bear, and I thought she would really love that. There was a girl one as well, but I think she would actually prefer this one with the little plane in it. So yeah, I got that for her just as a stocking filler, and that was £2. And then as another kind of stocking filler, I got her a Peppa Pig Smash'em because she watches all the videos on YouTube of Peppa Pig Mash'ems, or Mash'ems in general. So yeah, these are really good for a stocking filler, and I think these were about £2.50. Again, another good stocking filler is this little slinky. It's a Disney Princess one, and I found these up in Pound World. Again, they were just £1, really cheap. They say they're from 3+, but I used to love these when I was younger. You would get such good fun making them go down the stairs, so I think she will love this, and I don't think she's actually ever used this slinky before, so this is a new one. And I also got this troll surprise egg. I think inside it is either a ring, a bracelet, or a hair clip. It's nothing great, but she does love this whole like egg surprise kind of thing, so anything that's this kind of idea she will absolutely love. Again, on the kind of egg surprises, I've got a Hatchimals egg, and inside this there is a little Hatchimals toy. Obviously it doesn't actually crack the egg open the way that the real Hatchimals do, but you can actually open and close this and keep it, which I think is better, especially for Ella when she actually likes to put surprises in, like chocolates and stuff, and then opens it up. So I think this is really good, and it's actually a keyring as well, which is pretty handy. I really wanted to get her like a china tea set, but practically it's just not a good idea. I think she'll just end up breaking it, but I did want to get her something a bit more substantial than just plastic. So when I seen this, I thought that is ideal. It's exactly what I'm looking for, and it's kind of like a little kind of tin type. So it's like steel, it's like a metal set, and it says here tin tea set. That's exactly the word I was looking for. And it's got this gorgeous little kettle. I think it looks a bit like kind of Cath Kidston print. So it's got flowers on it and polka dots, and then there are 4 little teacups down the bottom, and then 4 little plates, 4 saucers, and then obviously your little kettle as well there. So I think that's really gorgeous, or teapot. That's really lovely, and it was supposed to be £10 down to 8 or £7.99, but 15 pieces. I thought that was really lovely, and I think that will look gorgeous in her little kitchen in her room. Now on to another big toy for Ella. I got her this, and it is the baby Annabelle, the new one. It actually says it here, so this is the new edition, and she's got a wetting function which is quite fun because she loves all that kind of like the baby can do a wee wee kind of thing. So the baby can drink, it can wee, and it also sucks a dummy and the mouth moves. It says like kind of like noises that are quite like a baby, so it doesn't say words, but it does make kind of baby like noises like wee, burp, all that kind of stuff, and it also giggles as well, which is quite nice. But yeah, this is just lovely. I think this is a really nice gift, plus it's actually to go with something else we've already got her, and I really wanted to get her a nice big substantial baby. She's got lots of babies, but nothing as big as this and that can actually interact with her. So this is £44.99, as you can see, from Smith. Quite a big present, but in there you've got a bottle, a nappy, and a dummy, and a bib as well, and also a full outfit, which is pretty good. And I think as well you can actually get some accessories to go with it, so you can either buy a little potty, you can buy some more clothes for it. So yeah, definitely something we can add to as well, which is quite good. Now this is the one that I really wanted to get early on because I thought that this would be a big toy this year, and it has been, but it's kind of been taken over by the Love a Bella doll. Now the Love a Bella doll is about £99.99, roughly. It's about £100, but I just thought I couldn't spend that kind of money on one doll. For the price I paid for both of these, I could have got one Love a Bella doll, and I just feel she would have actually more fun with 2 dolls rather than just the one. So this one is Baby Wow, and her name is Emma, Chatty Emma, and she says lots of different phrases. But what I loved about this is she actually starts with baby chat and baby babble, and then she moves into like older words. So she starts saying mama and dada, and then eventually she can say hello, she can ask for her dummy, all these different kind of things. So at the top here it says more than 150 words and sentences, and I actually got this in a bargain. It should be £54.99, but I got it for £43.99, which is a really good saving, and it comes complete with a little set on it and also a little phone there. I just think it's really cute, it's lovely, it's something different. You can also get the Crawling Charlie one as well, which we can then think of for birthdays, but I think they can actually interact with each other if you've got the 2 of them as well. Okay, next up is a big favourite, and it is Play-Doh, and I've got this one here, which is the Play-Doh Ice Cream Castle, which she's actually seen before. Now I must admit, I think this is actually the old collection because I got it on Amazon, and I got this for a really good price. I think the new one's about £20. I didn't pay as much for this one. I think it might have been about £12 or something, but it's just as good. She loves Play-Doh, but at the minute she's only just got the pots of Play-Doh and then like our own little knives and forks. So this is good because she'll actually get to make stuff, and I just think it's so much fun. Inside it there's also another 6 little Play-Doh pots, and one of them is like an ice cream with like confetti sprinkles through it, which will be really fun for her. They all end up just getting mashed up into like one big green colour anyway, so we'll see how long that actually lasts, but I think she'll really enjoy using this. It's quite substantial, and again I got it for a bargain, so make sure you check out the description box. I'll leave everything linked, so if you fancy any of it you can just click the link, it'll take you straight to it. But this was really a bargain for how much you're getting in this, plus the 6 pots of Play-Doh. Yeah, she'll have loads of fun with this. It's a big distraction toy, and it's good because it means they're not just stuck on like a tablet watching TV, playing with dolls. They're actually getting like a bit more creative. So these are the more kind of like arty toys that I've got her. And again, sticking to Play-Doh, I think this is the old collection again, and it is the Kitchen Creations. I've opened this up already, and it's great because inside it it's actually like a 2-player. So there's like 2 little chopping boards, and when you flip them over the other side of the chopping board, it's actually got moulds you can use. So I think there's like a lemon, there's like a bit for a pineapple, there's a bit for a bit of lettuce, and then you can put them in the little bowls when you're done, and there's also things for like making like spaghetti and stuff. It's just really cool. There's a pair of plastic scissors, there's knives and forks. It's just a lot of fun, and I think she'll have hours of fun playing this, making little eggs and stuff. I think this was about £8. It really wasn't expensive at all, so again I'll link that for you because that's a bargain for Play-Doh. And it's a shame because this one's got a little bit bashed in storage because it's been there since about October, which is when I started doing all my shopping. And it's this little doctor set. Now I got this from Home Bargains, and I think it's so good because it comes in the actual carry case, and it wasn't really expensive. I think it was about £5.99 or £6.99, but it's got the little medical record, it's got the stethoscope, it's got the little glasses if you're a doctor with glasses on, so she can really get into character. I actually want to get her some dressing up stuff as well, but we're going to wait till after Christmas for the sales. But I think she would love that. She always pretends everyone's really unwell, especially like Charlie when he's around, or even me and Fraser. She pretends we're all unwell and Dr. Reed comes to the rescue. So yeah, I think she'll really enjoy that, and the fact it all goes back in the case again means none of the bits are going to get lost. Okay, so we are still a family of Peppa Pig lovers. Bella's obviously the main fan there, so we got the Peppa Pig Airjet, and this was actually a bargain because I've seen this for more than £20. In Smith's it was £20 down to £16.99, and it's just this little Airjet. It's so much fun. She loves to sing the little song that Peppa sings, Flying High in the Sky, so it's really nice. It's got a little Peppa with it, not that we need any more of them because we've got so many of them. She's also got a little suitcase with her. You can open the door up and sit her inside, but what I love most about this is you can actually open the top of it, so you're getting a kind of like bird's eye view, and you can sit all your other little Peppa and friends inside, which is good. And obviously Miss Rabbit is driving it because she is the worker of every place on Peppa Pig. So yeah, I think that's really lovely. It doesn't require batteries, which is good, eases any frustration when things don't work. And yeah, I think she will absolutely love that. So sticking on the Peppa stuff here, I have got the Peppa Pig royal family figures, and we've got Daddy Pig dressed up in his royal gear, Peppa as well, George, and then we've also got Granny and Grandpa Pig. Granny Pig is dressed as a cook, and Grandpa Pig is like a wizard, which is quite fun. So I think she'll really love these. These are good because they're actually bigger ones. The only big ones she's got like this are Weebles Wobbles, but I think these will be really good for playing in her dog's house as well. She'll absolutely adore these. And the last Peppa Pig thing is this here, and she has specifically asked for this. She really wanted the Grandpa Pig train set, and this is good as well because it comes with one of these little kind of lily pads, and these actually all join together, which has got another couple of these little play sets, so you can actually join them all up together and make like a Peppa Pig world if you want to do that. So it's really good. It comes with 5 figures included, so we've got Mummy Pig, Peppa and George, and Candy Cat and Rebecca Rabbit in there. Really good. We've got loads of doublers of these, so it's good if any of them go missing, we've got lots extra. But I just thought that was really lovely. It comes with a train set, you can sit them inside, and then again if she's got them all sitting together, it's good because there's loads of different modes of transport now. We've got the airplane and we've also got the train. And last but not least is the main event, and it is this huge big box here, which I've not actually opened up yet, but I will insert a clip of it actually opened up and all made up, or I'll just put a clip of the website on. But it is this here. It's a Silver Cross real sort of like dupe of the actual real pram, but it's like a doll's pram. And I just put into Google Silver Cross kids pram, and this company came up called Play Like Mum, and they delivered within like 2 days. It was really good. This was about, I think it was £70 or £60. It wasn't too bad. It's called Play Like Mum, the company, and it's called Giving the Gift of Imagination. And this here is one of the Silver Cross prams, but what I loved about this is you can actually convert it into a stroller as well. So not only do you have it as the carry cot, but you can put a couple of clips up and then tilt it, and it becomes like a normal stroller, like a buggy. So that's really good, really handy. You can get in lots of different colours. I went for a grey option, which was really good. Very inconspicuous, and it also matches in with the rest of our kind of interior. I think she'll love it, and that is the reason why I got her the big baby Annabelle doll, because I think that will just look absolutely gorgeous sitting inside this big pram. So I am very excited for her to see this because she has specifically asked for a doll's pram for Santa, so I'm really excited to see her face in the morning when she comes down to this. That's everything that I've got for Ella. I don't have lots of tiny bits and pieces. It's mostly just like big toys. The pile isn't massive, but it's just we're really happy with what we've got her. I think that's just like a normal amount of toys. I'm quite happy with what we've picked her up. I think she's going to be really lucky this year with all the things she's got. But we started this way back in October, so like I say, it's not like a massive financial strain for us because we've really planned this out. We haven't just last minute went and tried to spend like £3 £300 on toys. We've really planned it out over the last like maybe 4 or 5 months, but then started buying in October, which is definitely the way forward. So if anyone is struggling this Christmas, do what we did. Just start planning really early for next year. You won't regret it. It's such a good way to do it, and it means you can actually spend your December doing the things that you want to do because you're not doing like last minute Christmas shopping. Okay, so we're now on to the toys for Mr. Charlie, and this was the one that I really wanted to get him, and it's the Chase Me Casey by VTech, and this is just so nice. It's a little monkey and it wobbles and walks so you can chase it. I thought this would be really good because Charlie's 10 months old, and I feel like it'll actually encourage him to get up and start walking. So even if he is just crawling, he can chase it around the living room. It's a really good distraction. It plays loads of songs. It says here there's over 70 songs, melodies, sounds and phrases. It's got built-in sensors so that it actually avoids obstacles, which is really good, so you're not going to have it banging into all your furniture. And it says there's 3 ways to play, so you can grow with it. You can either crawl with Casey, you can dance with Casey, or when you're actually on your feet and you can walk about, you can chase Casey. Yeah, I just think it looks really cool. He's wearing his little skip hat, his trainers, he lights up, there's lots of different buttons and stuff. Yeah, I think it's a really good toy, and it was only £30, which is really good for a big present. So yeah, I'm really happy with that one. Next up, I got Charlie this lovely pirate ship. Now, I've always wanted to get him something like this, but when I seen this for this price, I just had to get it. I love the fact that it's got the little figures in there. They're like little chunky figures, they're not too tiny. And it's got the big sail. It's just like a nice big chunky toy, and it also has noises, which is good. So it says here it's suitable from 18 months, but Charlie will definitely use this just now. I can just tell by looking at it. It's really substantial. There's nothing too small that it'll choke on or anything like that. But at the side here it also says there's 2 AA batteries included, which I thought was fab because that just saves another stress for us. But it was £10.99 in the sale in Smiths. It's just such a lovely toy. I can't believe we got it for such a good price. It's got a good tune. It also has the 2 little pirates in there. I just think it's lovely. I'm really pleased with that, and I think Charlie will be too. Because I want him to be as crafty as Ella, but I know that he's going to be so messy, I got him one of these Aquadiddle mats. This is one of the extra large ones. I think it says it's a deluxe mat because it is massive. But if you've never heard of Aquadiddle before, it's basically just like a massive big mat. You put it on the floor or on a table or whatever. The floor's not like easiest, and you literally just take all these little kind of pens and stuff and dip them in water or fill them with water depending on what you're using. And when you draw marks on the actual sheet, it just changes the colour of the sheet because of the water, and then it dries up again, so they can draw big pictures, create big masterpieces, and there's actually no mess. So it's really, really good, really fun. And as you can see in the picture, there are 2 kids on this mat, so it's really big. It means him and Ella can play together. I got this from Amazon, and I think it's about £18, which is really good for Aquadiddle. I think it's normally dearer than that in like Argos. I've looked before. This comes with loads of different stamps and markers and paintbrushes, which I think he'll really like. And yeah, I just think this will be absolutely lovely. It is 25% extra big, which is really good, and it's also a neon colour reveal, so it's not just going to be standard colours, it's going to be really bright and colourful, and he will just be so interested in that. Next up, I got these little fun on wheels cars because they're nice and chunky and substantial for him to play with. So they say from 18 months plus, but I think it's just because of the whole motor skills thing. But what I have noticed is if you press the head down on this little guy, this spins round, but it also helps it to move, so it can actually move on its own, which is great. But it was only £6.99, which I thought was a great price for a toy like this. But because it is so cheap, you could actually just get that as a stocking filler and then just have loads of little like wee goodies in there as well. So yeah, I think that's really nice. And because I like that one so much, what I did was pick up the helicopter as well. So I've got the Fun on Wheels helicopter, and it just looks so nice. I think that's lovely to have the little set. And this guy also does the same thing where he hides away, and if this moved out the way, it would actually show you that it moves the wheels, but also the wings actually start to flap, which I just think is really nice. So when you press these, they're called press and dash. When you press them down, it literally just shoots across the room. So he's going to love playing with these, especially in the hallway, and make them race up and down. Again, £6.99 for this one. And because, again, I loved it so much, I decided to pick up the fire engine as well. They were just too good of a deal to miss out on. So again, if you press him down, it helps the wheels to move, and then at the back, the crane also moves up and down. So this is the little fire rescue, press and dash, and again, it's the same little guy inside. It's just really fun, really cute, and because they're nice and chunky, I think these will look great in his room as well. And then because a good old VTech toy does well, this one was reduced from £16.99 to £14.99, and it is the Crawl and Learn Bright Lights ball. It's suitable from 6 months to 36 months, but I just know that Charlie is going to love this because he loves things like this with loads of buttons and spinny things. Like, he's really quite into like little tiny like motor skill type things, so I just think he'll love that. And you can turn it on and it'll have loads of different lights, so it spins around and just like wobbles. So it's got like lots and lots of songs. It's got 45 songs, or over 45 songs, flashing lights, encourages your baby to crawl, which Charlie can do already. He's got no issues with that. And it also teaches them colours, animals and numbers. So I just thought that would be a lovely toy. Nearly dropped it. And if he doesn't like it, then I know for a fact that the dog will, because she'll chase that around the place. But I just thought that was a really good toy, especially if you've got a baby this year and you're struggling for things to get, then this would be a really good one, especially at £14.99. It's a really good price. And now on to some good old IKEA toys. I absolutely love the wooden toys. I know everyone says they're not as fun, but I just think they look gorgeous. They're really traditional, they're nice and sturdy, and they're always good to re-gift once you've used them. So if they're pre-owned, they always look good as new. So I got this one here, and it is the Lillabo, I think that's how we're saying it, set. So it is not the train set, it's actually just the little houses, and I think this has also got the bridge in it as well. So you can link this up to the train track, which I've also got and we'll show you in a second. But you've got the little carts here, which are all magnetic, so they all stick together, so you can put on as many carts as you want. And there is also a stop sign. There's some little kind of like patrol barriers, there's some little signs here, some trees. It's just really fun. And there's also little houses as well, so you can create like a little street design and like bridges and stuff. I just think this is lovely. And at the back, it's actually got parts for the train set, so you can join it all up together. And then I think that might have been about £12.99. It was actually a really good price considering how much you're getting. What we did is we got the other parts to attach to that. So this has got other coloured cars. That one's only got grey cars in it, which is good if you're going to keep them out for kind of like a colour scheme. But this one's got the other colours in it, which I think will be lovely to teach Charlie his colours. And it's also got lovely parts of the train track. So it's got two cars, one little kind of lorry type, it's got an archway, it's also got two longer parts, curves, all that kind of stuff. Really fun. And it says here suitable from 3+, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine so long as we're watching them. But yeah, they all kind of like go magnetic to each other, so you can join them all up and add on as many as you want. And the next thing I got was another IKEA one, and this is the little crane. Now what is it called? The Muller crane. And it's good because it's got all these little magnetic blocks on it, and you can just use the crane to like lift it up and down, pick the blocks off, and then put them into like the shape organizer. So there's like a shape cut out for squares, circles and triangles, and you need to make sure that the right shape goes in the right space so that it fits. So it'll be really good to teach him his shapes and also his colours when he's older, and it will also help with his coordination. So it's like a little truck, it's got wheels, and it's also got a little pulley string so you can like take it around with you on a little walk. And I think this is about £8. I'm going to double check and make sure it's all linked for you anyway down below. Guys, that is all the big presents out of the way. I'm sure there will be some kind of like stocking fillers and different bits and pieces that we do pick up, chocolates and all that kind of stuff, pyjamas, you know the drill. Now I have to apologise for looking so tired this whole video, but this is like 2 o'clock in the morning and I really need to get stuff wrapped now because the kids are in bed and I really shouldn't be speaking this loud. I need to make sure this all gets wrapped up now and hid away. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Please leave me any comments of things that you liked, things you've got the same as me, or even if you've got any recommendations as well. I would love to hear your thoughts, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do like this video, give it a big thumbs up. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and I'll see you very soon. Bye!